So, this is Ringwalk Media. We're here over at the Boxer Fight Week. We've got the main man, Ben Shalom. Really good to see you, mate.
Good to see you, mate. Thank you.
Listen, what a great card. It's a really, really good week's worth of boxing.
Yeah, I think for people from up here, it's a great card. Karisati store against Lindsay Basinski stands out for me. It's a proper... You don't get many local proper fights in the female division. It's not usually not that deep, so to have it in her third fight and Lindsay be calling this out, it's a big fight for her. Michael Gomez Jr., who I've known for so many years, I can't even believe he's so committed as he is now, because he's struggled with any sort of consistency in his early career, and obviously his dad and being back at the arena on Sky, it's a special moment for him, and he's such a character. I think he can do very, very well on TV. But he's got a tough test against Levi Giles, another big test, and yeah, a future superstar for me and Callum Simpson. We obviously, a lot was made around Ben Whittaker and Lawrence Okolie and Boatsi and Dubois and Fraser and Karras, and the list goes on of the high-profile signings. But for me, he's the one that everyone is missing. He is the guy that I think is going to shock the super middleweight division. He fights a guy that fought Felix Cash last, and he's ready-made. He's 8 knockouts from 10, and he's ready to go, and a massive following from Barnsley as well. I'm looking forward to him. Fraser Clark as well in a late replacement, but a better fight in my opinion. So yeah, it's a big card in the main event. A lot of pressure on Lawrence Okolie against the guy who's coming to win.
Yeah, let's go back to Callum briefly. We know Callum very well. He's kind of like the diamond you haven't found, and he's very, very confident that he's going to go out there and make a statement.
He looks the part. He's got the fan base. He can knock people out. He feels very comfortable at super middleweight, and I believe in him. Because when you pick up fighters like that, it's like almost when we picked up Dan Aziz and other fighters like Richard Riakphorhe, because they've gone through tough tests already. You know they won't let you down. You know they've done the hard graft. You know they've done the small horse shows. You know they've had to come through tough moments. And he won't let us down, I know it. And how exciting for him to fight on TV for the first time at the Manchester Arena. And I think it will be the birth of a star, 100%.
When he's living the dream, in November he's still working in a clothes shop in Leeds. We saw his schedule. He's doing 15-hour days. He's in the gym. He's really earned the right to be on this platform, hasn't he?
And when people say you should do less shows and concentrate on making just bigger shows and things like that, they don't realise how many talented kids and fighters there are that don't get the opportunities and could go on to superstardom but just never have it. There's a lot of luck involved in this game. It's nothing to do with who's the best. Are you with the right trainer? Do you know the right people? You know, there's so much other stuff, and yeah, as you said, for people like him, where they don't really know where it's going, and Dan Aziz was the same, living in a terrible place and fighting for like pennies, and so competition is what these fighters need from the promoters and the broadcasters. The fans like almost criticise competition, and they don't want too many shows, but believe me, the sport needs it because the fighters need it, and as long as the promoters are sensible and work together, then there shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, Callum Simpson, remember the name, as you said, working in a clothes shop a couple of months ago, and now can become full-time and really go for it. It's going to be a good journey.
So Michael Gomez Jr., he is a character. We had him on earlier. He just cannot wait to walk out of the Manchester Arena, and I have got no idea what he's going to be like.
I think I've got an idea. I think he's good. Look, he's a showman, and he should be on TV.
It's like a mini Floyd Mayweather, isn't he?
He's a lot. Look, he's going to rub a lot of people up the wrong way. He'll say absolutely anything. He dresses ridiculously, and he was born to do this. I believe it. I remember, as I say, I was on a show with him on a small horse show, and he had been drinking, and I had to go and find him driving around the city centre not far from here, and I found him on the street before a weigh-in, and I had to get him in my car, take it to the weigh. To see him here now taking it this seriously, and he's on it because he always had the talent and he always had the charisma to do it. And so yeah, it's big, and yeah, at the Manchester Arena where his dad was so many times on Sky Sports, there's definitely a bit of a romance about it, and yeah, I think he's going to love every single second.
Talking of being back on Sky Sports, Lawrence Okolie, we spoke to him yesterday. He said he just feels like he's at home. He's going to be really, really well received, isn't he?
I think so. I think there's a lot of pressure on him because of all the changes he's made, all the scrutiny he's under. I feel sorry for him at times because of what he's had to do, but he's thick-skinned. He is a world champion, and we don't have many. And he's got a tough test on Saturday night with a new trainer in Sugar Hill, very high profile switch of trainers from Shane McGuigan to Sugar Hill, both unbelievable trainers. It's going to be interesting to see. I think, as you said, I think he'll be very well received. I think he's the best cruiserweight in the world. I think he's going to do unbelievable things. I think he's going to do crazy things at heavyweight as well. But obviously Saturday night is probably the biggest fight of his career in terms of the pressure that's on him. Bigger than when he fought Glowacki for the world title. I really believe that. I think, this is a big thing for him, and David Light is no fool.
Now listen, if he comes through this test, and obviously you believe he will, Riakphorhe surely has to be the fight that is happening next.
I agree. I think if he got Unification or Riakphorhe, there's no other choice. So yeah, look, they're big fights for him, and that Richard fight. Richard was the one that wanted us to sign Lawrence Okolie. That he believes that's his fight. That's where he arrives as the number one cruiserweight, maybe in the country, maybe in the world. He has just improved so much over the past couple of years, so much more cultured as a boxer than the guy that used to brawl his way through and just win by grit and determination. And now he's much more cultured boxer, and he feels like with that vicious power and right hand, that will be a huge fight for British boxing, and one that is of significance and importance, and it will happen this year. I'm very, very confident it does, and both guys are desperate for it.
Now listen, I know time's short. I wanted to ask you, last time out we had the Chris Eubank fight with Liam Smith, a cracking night, one that I don't think I will forget for a long time. Last time I saw that, Ricky Hatton was actually fighting, so brilliant night from boxer. One lad that stood out on there, the Josie Parker fight against Jack Massey. What a fight. Is there any scope to get someone like Jack Massey back on your platform?
I think so. We are looking at something at the moment. Obviously, Lawal will face Chamberlain for the British Cruiserweight title on that Chris Billham Smith card. But yeah, Jack Massey for me proved he's got serious balls, one, but also to go and fight Josie Parker and go the distance. He wants to come back to Cruiserweight now. There's some big fights out there for him. For us, we've got so many cruiserweights. There will be an opportunity for him soon. And I really like Jack. He got a good payday after a very difficult time, and I think he'll take so much confidence from that. I think he wants to be in the mix with the Riakphorhes, the CBSs, and the Lawrence Okolies, and I think he'll get there.
Well, listen, we know that time's short, so appreciate you and your time always. Look forward to a great show, and thank you very much, Ben.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Cheers.